Prometheus could not help but behold the thing he held in his hand. Wrapped in leathers and cloth as it was, it still held such power within it. A terrible thing to throw upon others. It had to be known. A prevention had to be found. Research was needed. He could not let this mystery go unsolved. It was a terrible danger to the world. He should have destroyed it, but the knowledge, it would have been lost forever. How could this thing create portals to dimensions? Portable pocket portals between dimensions. Travel could be made so He didn't know the answers. But he wanted to. Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker with me, Boulder's McGammar. So we went into the womb of Lamashtu and plunged all of its depths and uncovered all of its riches for us to have. So let's take a look at some of those riches now. Namely this Peridot Wyvern. This figurine is capable of summoning a mighty wyvern once per day for 10 minutes. This wyvern draws power from the owner of the figurine in a hit dice equal to the summoner's character's level with a maximum of 12 hit dice. So, once a day you get to summon a thing. Neat! I would put this on Prometheus, but he's barely at his maximum load. You know what? I will have this on Prometheus. He could just be like a little extra pocket bodyguard for him. Just in case he feels like he needs it. How about anything else that we got? Well, we got the Mighty Fist. We got an Inspired Wisdom headband. I could put that on Tristian, but I'm doing pretty good things with this phylactery positive channeling combining with this energy source. Like, this is my primary source of healing right now. I want to increase the saves with the headband, but at the same time, I like having lots of healing. But I'm also not really using all the healing. So you know what? Let's give him the headband. Let's give him the headband. He deserves it. As for everything else that we're able to acquire in there, price descending. Any neat weapons? Let's take a look real quick. Decapitator. Ah, this is what we got. +2 Keen Furious Falcata. What does Furious do again? Focus with wielder's anger. When the wielder is raging or under the effect of a rage spell, the enhancement bonus is +2 better. Neat! Well, one-handed weapon for a barbarian? Maybe if you're a dual-wielding barbarian. Longshank Bane. Spear. Main weapon excels against certain foes. However, because goblins define Longshanks as anything with longer legs than them, this is better than your usual typical Bane weapon. Neat! Unfortunately, we don't have anybody using a two-handed normal spear. We'd rather use a weapon with reach. And so, I probably will just end up selling that. We got a lot of neat things. A lot of neat things. Robe of Air for electric aura, so if you like casting lightning bolt, this could be a really good thing for you. I prefer casting fire. The banded mail was fine. We've looked at this other things previously. Alright, I think we've looked over all of our loot. Let's go back home. And just like this, bada bing bada boom, we're back home from the womb. So we need time to fix the capital back up. I'm not sure how much time. Maybe it will tell us at the top of the screen if I look really closely. Time passed 2 days, 2 hours. Ugh! Well, I guess we did need to rebuild an entire capital.
Your Grace, do you have a moment? Keston and I have a matter to discuss with you.
You managed to talk some sense into Keston Garess. You dissuaded him from making a dangerous expedition and convinced him to return to the capital and protect it from the monster invasion. Thus, you were able to safeguard both your loyal advisors, John and Keston, in the face of the monster attack. First, tell me how the Baronier's recovery is going.
The losses were staggering. Many have died and others have lost their homes. However, life is slowly returning to normal. We've almost finished clearing debris from the city, and we have guards patrolling the main roads again to help refugees return home. There's still much to do, of course, but the situation is improving. Now, if I may, I'd like to discuss the issue Keston and I came to you with.
John takes a deep breath and folds his hand on his chest.
It's about the old prison, the one we were using as a field hospital. Now that the season of gloom is past, the field hospital is unnecessary. However, the capital would certainly benefit from having a clinic. Right now, those harmed in the attack have nowhere to go to receive medical aid.
What about our hospital?
In my opinion, Your Grace, our top priority should be securing the safety of the people returning to the city. I believe we should convert the old prison into guards' headquarters.
That is probably a good idea. Our kingdom's military is actually really, really, really low. I focused all my efforts on other things. Honestly, I didn't really think that we'd need a military this quickly.
We've argued in circles on the matter, Your Grace, but it is ultimately your decision anyway. We'll abide by your orders.
We can make a good decision, or we can just be neutral and say that we can't afford it. Or we can be evil and just have a prison. So, we're going to choose the guard headquarters, because Prometheus agrees we should have a guard headquarters. Also, we have a hospital.
Agreed. I'll give the necessary orders.
The season of gloom was over. Its invasion of magical beasts stopped. Finally getting a break, it was time for us to restore the capital and count our losses.
I should note, especially about this particular piece of art, anytime you try to boot up this game from Steam, you see a great big giant art of a huge massive owlbear fighting your party, like this. So now we finally have the point of the game where the art that advertises the game is from. What an adventure we're having! Oh. Let's take care of this. How's the kingdom looking? We honor the fallen. Bog mischief. Yeah, I guess Valerie's gotta deal with that. 7 days? Sure. Every little bit, you're busy. River Maiden, you're busy. Confounded mermaids. Projects. We have 2 new projects. We have Research into the Nature of Curses, the Ever-Blooming Flower. Really bad, actually. Turns out, working with the mysterious Death Flower is not good for your kingdom. But we'll learn a lot about magic from it. And we can also open guard headquarters. But we're busy. This would take many days to solve. So, we'll do that some other time. Is there anything from this that we can do? It would be not marked with a red X. Support the Regent's endeavors. The Regent is busy. Unit with Rostov. Lindsay! Peaceful solution to Oleg's tracks crisis. Yeah. Let's take care of this. I don't think we can upgrade Lindsay right now anyway. Yeah, we can't. That's fine. Alright, so we have as many people working as we can have working. It is night. Things are fine. Kind of. We really need to sell all this loot that we have. I have way too much junk. Way too much junk. So let's get rid of... these blackberries. And let's put away this root of the ever-blooming flower. We don't need to have that on us at all times. Absolutely not.
All according to plan.
We have a bunch of stuff, so let's go talk to the storyteller. Ah, your grace. My stories are calling for you. Have you come to answer their call? I brought some relics. Are any worth a story? How interesting. May I, your grace? Torg pendants. Tokens of Dryad. Talton warrior dog tags. Such clear air. I feel like I am back in my home woods. I can feel the wind rustling my hair. The storyteller takes a deep breath and laughs joyfully. Yes, now I recognize to whom this one belonged. I hear laughter and the singing of the forest folk. Do you wish to learn the story of the Cypress Queen, Prometheus? Saddled horses neigh and stomp their hoofs. They cannot wait to travel distant lands, searching for the legendary treasures of an ancient empire. I can feel the bravery of the previous owner, how she dreamt of adventure and fame. Do you wish to know where her path led her? I certainly do. Then listen, and I shall recount to you the story of the search for the Gemstone Cave. I would be happy to trade the whole set of items for their story. Can you hear it calling to us? Let us hurry! That rhymed! I love it! I love that rhyme. Tell me about the Gemstone Cave. We leveled from this. I hear hooves clattering, wheels creaking. I smell the smoke of campfires. Wind kisses my face gently, and rain washes it with tears from the sky. We are on a road, heading north. We're on our way to no man's land beyond the edge of the map, which promises a home to those who do not shy away from adventure. Those lands are where we will find our freedom and prosperity. I'm Jaxine Trestrin, from the Tandon Blades, the heart of the great Taldan Empire. My family is old but not rich. My inheritance as a youngest daughter barely covered the horses, cart, and supplies for this trip. But who cares? My real inheritance was a sharp mind and strong hands ready for hard work. My children will know riches that my ancestors would hardly dream of. 1,000 years ago, on the Emperor's orders, the Fifth Army of Exploration mapped the region under the Great Selen River. Endless miles of plains, hills, woods, and swamps. My ancestors served in this army, and his diary mentions a particular cave filled with wondrous gemstones, floor to ceiling. The army turned back, leaving the gems unclaimed for centuries. But now they'll be mine. Onward! Why did the army leave the gems untouched? It's a real mystery. My ancestors spared no words describing the beauty and riches of the cave, even described how to find it, but he didn't explain why the army had left such a treasure behind. Maybe that part of the diary was lost. Well, even more interesting then. Maybe we'll get to shed some light on this ancient mystery. What will you do when you find the mine? Isn't it obvious? I'll claim the land where the cave is located as my own property and part of the Taldan Empire. Then if anyone tries to take it from me, they'll have to deal with not just me, but the Imperial Army as well. Why do you think the gems are still there 1,000 years later? Of course, so much time has passed, a lot could have changed. But there are still no big cities in these wild lands to this day. If someone were mining gemstones there, I think we'd have heard about it by now. Go on. We've reached the area described in my ancestors' diary. The locals from the tiny villages scattered in the area call those regions the Common Lands. It's a strange, eerie place. What we originally took for hills we passed through turned out to be ancient mounds, where you might find the buried bones of unbelievably ancient creatures, older even than the Earthfall. That gemstone cave must be around here somewhere. After a long and difficult search, fortune finally smiled on us, albeit a wry, cunning smile. Among the hills we caught a bunch of kobolds, all dressed up like nobles at some celebration. Their filthy, scaly bodies were decorated with shining gemstones, and their leader proudly wore an ancient Haldan knee pad on his head. Their interrogation didn't take long. After decapitating one of them, the others almost fell over themselves to tell where we found their ornaments. The cave proved to be even more gorgeous than I'd imagined I'd read in my ancestors' diary. It was a huge hall, shining with gems, all the colors and hues. We didn't have any problem evicting the kobolds. Once we killed half their tribe, the other half just fled. apparently wanting the last word, an old kobold, a chieftain maybe, or a shaman, shook his tiny fist at us and yelled a curse. I just laughed and threw a torch at him, and he disappeared. I'd had won. The gems of the Fifth Army were mine. What exactly did the kobold yell? He yelled that they would go, but we would stay here forever. What a curse. Oh no, I was already going to claim the lands anyway. Did you try exploring the mountains? We did. My best scouts noticed an obviously artificial entrance to one of the mountains. He and a small team went in to explore it. Several hours later, a dense smoke rushed out of the mound, began to rumble, and then it exploded. All that remains were a smoldering crater. We didn't risk fooling around with any ancient legacies after that. And later, we had enough of our own trouble to worry about. Alright, go on. Inside, we found ancient girders supporting the walls, rusty tools scattered around. There were also graves, several of which had been opened by the kobolds, with pieces of ancient Taldan armor in them. It seems some ancient people had been mining gems here after all. Unfortunately, we had no way to find out what happened to them, so I declared that the mine's my property, and we began our work. A small town quickly grew up around the mine. First it was just locals, then people started traveling from afar. Miners, bards, brewers, priests, and of course traders of all kinds. Talda sent a squad of soldiers to guard the new imperial mine, and trade routes as well. My lands prospered. Too bad it didn't last long. It took us less than a year to discover what happened to the mine's previous owners, and why it had been abandoned. What did you do with the exhumed remains? We buried them honorably. They became the first residents of our small new cemetery, which we had to expand considerably not long after. Alright, go on. Things were going great, but then rumor of an epidemic started spreading throughout the town. I did my best to reassure the locals, though by the time I knew better than anyone that the gray stains on the skin, along with the nosebleeds, was essentially a death sentence. The mine's previous owners didn't just leave, they died out from ash leprosy. We were infected, and we explored their graves. The best clerics and healers our money could buy all said the same thing. The disease wasn't curable. I still held hope that if I bought enough time we could find a cure, but news of the epidemic reached the Imperial Army. They were ordered to quarantine the entire area, and our guardians became our jailers overnight. The settlement was sealed off by a triple cordon of guards. We continued mining gemstones like before, but the traders took advantage of our situation and raised their prices. People were dying, but the town lived on as the Empire kept sending a new workforce for us, branded criminals. Thanks to the efforts of our healers, I lived longer than many others, but soon I didn't even dare leave my house. Seemed not a single person in the settlement didn't wish me dead. I died alone, slowly rotting alive, surrounded by treasure beyond measure, a leper queen of a doomed kingdom. My last thought was of how funny the kobold's curse had seemed, and how quickly it had come true. Tell me more about this disease. Could it cause a new epidemic among my subjects? No, worry not. Ash leprosy may have been incurable in Jackseed's time, but the Taldans eradicated it completely centuries ago. Besides, it is impossible that any trace remains of the leprosium that surrounded that mine so long ago. What happened to the city after Jackseed died? The mine was inherited by a family. The colony of lepers continued mining gemstones for many years until the mine was depleted. Once the mine was done, the town slowly died out. Once the last leper had died, the Empire sent a group of clerics and wizards to the site, and they used prayers and spells to reduce the infected town to safe ashes and collapse the entrance of the depleted mine. 1,500 years had passed since then. No one even remembers a colony existed there anymore. As to the mine, it can probably still be found in the Cabellands, but there are no longer any treasures there to claim. Thank you for the story. The storyteller inclines his head respectfully. How about the other one? I'll be happy to trade the whole set of items for their story. Tell me the story of the Cypress Queen. I hear the noises of the capital. Merchants shouting, horses neighing, soldiers' armors clanking. But this is all from far away, from beyond the tall walls of the palace garden. The noise was barely audible through the lush vegetation. But here in the cool stillness, I can hear two lovers whispering beneath the shadow of an ancient cypress tree. I'm not one of them. No, I'm just a frail cypress twig. Oh, these two cannot be together. She is a queen, and he is her loyal knight, perhaps too loyal. But their love could not be kept secret for long. The king ordered the knight executed, but the knight managed to slip away to the wilderness of the Nar marshes in the Stolen Lands. He hid there, away from the civilization, with only animals and birds to keep him company. To remember his lost home, he brought a cypress twig with him and planted it in front of his hut. The tree took root, and the knight spent long hours talking to the cypress, imagining it was his queen. And one day I answered. Since ancient times, these lands have been home to the Fae, so it's little surprise that a dryad would be born within the tree. We became friends. He told me of his homeland, and his beloved queen, and the merry life at the court, the celebrities, the celebrations, the parades, the tournaments. I wanted so badly to see it all with my own eyes. Did you fall in love? Of course not. The very thought is shameful. The knight remained faithful to his true love till the end of his days. As for me, well, I was born from a twig of the cypress under which the knight and the queen's love story began. I like to think I was a child of their love, in a way. I never told him directly, but I always considered the knight to be like a father to me. So you loved him from the start, then? Oh, yes, okay, alright. Why couldn't you go see a city for yourself? You know not. Dryads are bonded to their trees. We cannot stray far from them. And even if we could, our kind tends not to get favorable reactions from humans. They find us too strange, too alien. I doubt I would have been warmly received in the city. What happened next? So I decided I want to be a queen myself, and why not? After all, the Green Mother gave me a fair share of beauty and magic, and the knight taught me all about how to rule a country. I organized the celebration. All the local fae were invited. I had no idea there were so many of my kin in the neighborhood. Everyone came. Shy nymphs, merry satyrs in their reed pipes, tender nixies, leprechauns in their fancy buckled hats and shiny boots. The celebration lasted 3 days, and my guests enjoyed it so much that every one of them proclaimed me to be their queen at the end. I wasn't establishing prisons or taxes or other nasty things common in human courts, but the social life of my court was vibrant enough to make any human monarch jealous. And what kind of functions did your Fae court conduct? We did all kinds of amazing things. Sometimes I hosted dances that went off all night, or held tournaments in which satyrs would entertain the audience, kicking each other for the right to kiss me. There were even parades organized from local animals. Just imagine, deer, boars, and bears all marching in line. Even those Fae who initially didn't like the idea of a kingdom were happy with these things. I think we may have been the only kingdom in the world built without a single drop of blood spilled, built on a foundation of joy and happiness. So your kingdom wasn't real? It was basically just a game? What an odd suggestion. How about your country? Is it real? Or could it just be a game with complicated rules and high stakes? Our kingdom was as real as we were. Fair enough. And then what? Life in the woods changed a lot over time, and the night changed too. After spending so much time around Fae and meditating alone in nature, he became more religious and built a shrine to Erastil with his own hands. Rumor spread around the area of some hermit or saint living in the swamp, though to be frank, there wasn't much anything saintly about him so far as I could tell. But people started coming to meet him, and over time a small village grew around the shrine, built by people in search of a new life. As word spread of our kingdom in the woods, some people were surprised, and some just smiled knowingly. After all, the idea of a kingdom was familiar to humans, and so Fae living in a kingdom made them seem less alien, less strange and scary. So we began living side by side in peace. Sometimes Fae would visit humans just to share a cup of tea, and sometimes there were even unions that resulted in children. Human children with some of the magic of the Fae. Some of those children deserve their own legends, but those are other stories for another time. Human monarchs are quite different from their subjects. They have eyes everywhere. Their arms are long and their memories longer. And as the village grew, news of the location of a disgraced knight made its way to the king. Eventually, a small but heavily armed group of the king's men arrived in the village, demanding the hermit's knight leave with him immediately. The villagers, both human and fey, were ready to fight to defend him, but the knight followed his unwelcome guests voluntarily. He said he wanted to avoid bloodshed. He was old and longed to see his homeland and his beloved queen once again, even if it ended with his execution. So the knight was taken away. Everyone grieved for him, myself especially. But as time passed, the pain subsided, as it tends to. Both the village and the fairy kingdom happily lived in peace for many years to come. What happened to the knight? I know not. The story was not about him. The Dryad never saw him again. Perhaps he slipped away from his guard and accomplished a slew of heroic deeds afterwards, or perhaps his captors executed him on the first day, simply taking the king his head. Or maybe he died on the executioner's block, but in the city of his youth, gazing once more upon his queen, older now, but as beautiful as ever. Or maybe the city had changed beyond recognition, and his queen had died years ago, and he realized too late that his true home was a village built in the swamps. Or maybe the king saw that the pious old man standing before him shared nothing in common with a bold young upstart that had impinged his honor so long ago, and thus pardoned him. Alas, alas, we have no way of knowing what really happened. Time spared not even the kingdom whence the story started, so your guess here is as good as mine. I do like all of your suggestions and ideas, though. They all would make a wonderful story in their own right. What happened to the village and the kingdom after that? If you wonder strong enough, you could visit the Almashes yourself and ask the locals. I suspect someone there would know what happened next. But this story was about how the fake kingdom was established, and that story is over. Thank you for the story, storyteller. He inclines his head respectfully. Now then, let's see. I found shards of a lost artifact. May I? These shards are all that remained of Forest Knight's bracers. Let's see. I would be honored to restore them to the rightful glory and uncover the story behind them. What a curious find. Shards of the ring of reckless courage, it would seem. And notice how they bear evidence of melting here and there. Lady Luck favors the ring's previous owner for quite some time, but when she finally turned her back on him, the consequences were quite grave. If you wish, I will forge this ring for you and tell you its story. We also have many other parts, but, we need more pieces. We need more pieces. We need yet more pieces. So what is your answer? Will you entrust us with this treasure? Restore the Forest Knight's bracers for me. The storyteller caresses the metal shards with the tips of his fingers. A noble man once wore these bracers, and he was not the only one to do so. Restoring them would be an honor for any master. I shall impart a remnant of my gift into them to ensure this artifact's story lasts forever. I cannot let it be forgotten. And we talk to you again? Tell me about the artifact. We have to go through it all again. Restore the ring of reckless courage for me. The storyteller clenches the melted shards in his hand. Luck is a fickle partner. You may think yourself her favorite person while she sits and conspires to trick you. I'll impart a remnant of my gift within this ring so you may recall its story. May it caution you against recklessness, or perhaps inspire it. The choice, of course, is yours. We just got a load of money, and 2 artifacts, and now everyone can level! Everyone can level! Let's take a look at our fancy new artifacts, though. Alright, so, let's sort, date newest to oldest. Ring of Reckless Courage. This ring grants the wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to Charisma, +4 confidence bonus to stealth and trickery skills, +4 bonus to attack rolls made to confirm critical hits, +2 bonus to difficulty check of mind-affecting spells cast by the wearer. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. It imposes a -2 enhancement penalty to Wisdom score, -4 competence penalty to Perception skill checks, -2 resistance penalty to will saving throws, and a -10 all saving throws against traps. Whenever the wearer receives a critical hit, They become confused for 1d4 rounds. Well, I just need to not get hit. So we offset that perception penalty by equipping the other headband thing. Hopefully these two will stack for increasing my difficulty save of my spells. And stealth and trickery, like, I'm not really too worried about that. Like, we could put this on someone else, but that charisma bonus and the bonus to difficulty saves, amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I'm using that. I'm using that. Good. Alright. Alright, what about the other item? The Forest Knight's Bracers. Whenever the wearer of these bracers would become shaken, its effect is negated, and the wearer gains a +2 morale bonus to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks for the same duration. Whenever the wearer would become frightened or confused, they start laughing instead, as if under the effect of hideous laughter for the same duration. Well, that's objectively better than running away in fear. They also grant the wearer the ability to use the effect of Freedom of Movement spell for 1 minute once per day. Whenever the Fae successfully hits the wearer, the Fae has to succeed at a will saving throw, or become frightened for a few rounds. Wow! Wow! These are good. These are good. I think that goes on the tank. So, Valerie, these are yours now. Nice. Nice. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so, let's take a moment. Let's step away. Let's drop a quick save here. We have absolutely leveled up, and so it is now for one of the lengthiest segments I can have in my videos, and that is leveling up. I said level. Okay, here we go. Bard for Prometheus. Thundercaller. We raise the skills that we raise, because those are the skills that we raise. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll continue to be kind of middling at both of these, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I could excel at World. I could excel at World. No, I'll be good at both. I'll be just good at both, and that is fine by me. So, feats. Once again, I'm at a complete loss. In Tabletop Pathfinder, I would be taking stuff to get masterpieces with some of these. I would be sacrificing spells or feats to get lots of masterpieces because they're one of my favorite features about Bard. But I don't have access to that right now. I could get improved critical. I don't really need it. Prometheus isn't really about that. And there's nothing I can take that will help me with my Thundercall abilities. Other than perhaps getting... I had a thought. It's gone. I think I want to get Shake It Off. I think I want to get Shake It Off on a lot of my party members. Especially the people who stand at the back. Combat casting can help me cast defensively. Usually I just 5-foot step away, though. I could just take a flat bonus to any kind of save, but I think Shake It Off will ultimately be better if I have more people have this. And since I'm in full control of that, I don't see why not. I could take Spell Penetration, too. That might help me get through spell resistance when trying to land a powerful... You know what? Let's go with that. Spell Penetration sounds like a good option. Another first level spell. Well... We have Remove Fear, and we have all the other staple spells. What about Unbreakable Heart? Prevent the fear in the first place with Unbreakable Heart. As for 4th level spells, Greater Invisibility is real good. See Invisibility Communal. I think I need that. I just went through an area where I didn't have that. I feel like that's what I will need on Prometheus. That way I'll always have it. Okay, Prometheus' level is done. Tristian! Oh boy, another Mystic Theurge level. It's our favorite thing. We continue to be good at the things that he's good at. Greater Elemental Focus. Fire. Spell Specialization. I'm casting a lot of fireballs. I'm also using a lot of Burning Arcs, though. I could get Volcanic Storm this level. I'll think about it. I will think about it. Let's get Fireball. Let's make Fireball really good. We seem like we're really good with that. Okay, what spell do we take here? Controlled Fireball? Nah. Other people can do greater invisibility. It's a matter of, like... Volcanic Storm. Affected by spell resistance. The damage it does is more set. I think Fireball does more damage than this, ultimately. I just saw it in that list. Maybe there's a better spell. No, I don't see one. I could just take Dimension Door. This could be used to get all of the all of our casters out of a really bad situation. That is really good. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Dimension Door this level. Plenty of spells. All good. Moving on. Ikundayo. Let's see. Do we go more Ranger levels? Well, we get this level. Evasion. You know what? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. When do we get another archery feat? We get another archery feat next level. Alright, we'll stick around with Ranger at least that long. At least that long. I'm very heavily considering dipping over to Fighter to get more feats. But archery really isn't that feat-starved. If I continue to level as Ranger, at least Dog gets to be really strong. Continue to be good at the things that you're good at. Actually, he's never going to be the best at athletics. He's never going to be the best at any of these other things either, really. But it could be good to have him use Magic Device. No, well... What do I do with these skill points? Just put in athletics. He might be the strong man in the party if I go around with a bunch of weaker characters. Okay. Options. Do I have access to Shadow Defenses? Did I take that? No. I think I need to take... Okay, do I have Weapon Focus? Weapon Focus Longbow. Do I have... Dazzling Display? No. Let's take that. I took Improved Critical last time, so I can't take Shadow Defenses this level, so I have to take Dazzling Display now. He needs help hitting. He needs help hitting, so he needs to get Shadow Defenses. Dazzling Display won't look like it'll help him right now, but if I look over at it... Show unavailable. It's all the way down here. Yep, we need Dazzling Display first. We need this. We need this. And we'll get it one day. But not today. Alright. Jubilost. More levels of Alchemist. You need more bombs. This man needs more bombs. What do I do with this extra skill point? Magic Device. Sure. Do I want Weapon Focus to be able to throw the bombs more accurately? I might need just extra bombs. I think I might just need extra bombs. Feels really bad. Are we ever going to get Shadow Defenses with him? I don't know if many shot will work with this. Yeah, this is specifically with a bow. I could take Shake It Off with him. No, I avoided taking Shake It Off with the other character. I'll wait for the next feat level and then we'll think about it again. I don't think you ever need Shadow Defenses. I think we just need more bombs. We ran out of bombs. It's terrifying. Wait, combat expertise. No, you're not really going to be in the front. You don't really need AC. It's always a difficult choice. I know, I'm wasting time looking at my options. Sorry, everybody. I think I just need more bombs. Can't go wrong with more bombs. A buff. Alright, so... Currently we have False Life. That's fun. Beast Shape 2. We could put this on other people. A medium leopard. I don't think we need that. Death Ward. That could be good. You know what? Yeah, we're at the point in the game where we're starting to find death spells. That could be, this could be nice. Yeah, let's take Death Ward. Knock knock! Who's there? Death! Do we want more Barbarian levels, or do we want more Rogue levels? Let's see, what we get out of the Rogue level. I think we get more Sneak Attack. Yeah, we get more Sneak Attack if we take this level. Alright, no, we don't. We do. Okay. We don't need the nature. We'll take it if we have to. Sure. Okay. Actually. It's funny that he gets Use Magic Device. This increases versatility, okay? I think if we give him Use Magic Device, he can use, like, a Wand of Shield. Or if he can't get into melee, he can just, like, use a Wand of Scorching Ray or something. Like, he can just... It increases his versatility. So I think he should have Use Magic Device as well. I could get Accomplished Sneak Attacker to get yet more Sneak Attack. Do we need more Sneak Attack? The answer is yes. I think we need Shattered Defenses more than we need that, though. Extra Rage Power could also be neat. No. We need Outflank to be able to hit more reliably. And we need, do I need Dazzling Display? I think I need Dazzling Display if I'm going to take the other thing. I think he might be on the same track as Eakin. Yeah, he is. Ah, that's a shame. Piranha Strike is really tempting, but it really won't work for him because he has a hard time hitting enough as is. So we're not going to be going with that. We're going to be taking Dazzling Display. Feels bad, but we're taking it in preparation for getting another thing in the future. Valerie! We got the level of Stalwart Defender. So what will happen if I get more fighter levels? Let's see, if I get fighter this level, I get, Burst Barrier. Alright. So this helps you not die to area spells. Well, you're often caught up in area spells, so that's fun. We really want to get this armor training, so that way you'll finally be able to move in your heavy armor without dying. Or, like, you know, being slow. We need more fighter levels. We get the things at the bottom. A feat. Well, we're a fighter. We always get feats. Let's see. So, looking at what we have, thinking about our options. We don't want to provoke the attacks of opportunity. Blind Fight is really tempting. Blind Fight is extremely tempting with her. We'll think about it in a moment. Do I have the ability to get Shattered Defenses? I do. Let's take it. And as for your other feat, do we ever have Cormorgon Smash? Can we take Cormorgon Smash? We probably could if I could find it. Hold on. Let's see what the requirements are. We need Power Attack. She does not have Power Attack. She will never use it. She will never use it, but we need it. But we need it. Alright. Amiri? We have plenty of Inquisitor levels. We take another Ranger level. We can finally use Ranger spells. Let's see, we're going to be staying here until at least we get to this point because we want to get that other combat style feat. We already have an Animal Companion. When do our levels a stack? Animal Companion. I could get Second Companion? Continue. Okay, yeah, here we go. Alright. We got all the skill points assigned. What do we need now? Persuasion, sure. Okay, what did I take last level? I took power attack. Because I needed power attack. So, we have cleave. We could take karma guns. That's funny. That's funny. But I think we need shower defenses. Yeah, it's time for shower defenses. That's good. On to the next one. Harem. One of the easiest levels. More cleric. Put the skill points where you can get them. He's really good at knowing religion things now. Greater spell focus. Necromancy. Well, that was fast. Ragongar. Okay, so you have Magus levels, you have your Dragon Disciple levels. We're going to keep on using Magus levels. Eldritch Knight, still not what I'm going to be taking. Let's see, how about, can I just... Yeah, we get better at perception. He's going to be at the front, he needs to see things. Actually, take that back. Do I make him good at persuasion? He is a charisma person. You can see what I'm doing with almost all my characters. It's really funny, actually, when you do it. That said, he could probably stand to have improved critical... No. No, I want to get the thing. I want to get the thing. Okay, I have weapon focus. I have dazzling display. We need shattered defenses. This is a level where we get shattered defenses on everybody, and this is fine. What spell would I even use here? Effortless armor. Don't you already know effortless armor? No, you don't. Okay, fine. Okay. 4th level spells. Are any of these touch? Technically, yes, but not in the way that you want with a Magus. Alright, greater invisibility is a good way to help him not die. Scone Skin looks appealing, but material component Diamond Dust 5. This is an expensive spell to cast. It's really good, but it's expensive. I don't think we need that. I'm too cheap for that. Yeah, this is a difficult choice. Yeah, what more do I need from this tier? I don't think he really needs anything. I think it's appropriate that he would take Dragon's Breath. You know, just for versatility's sake. But the save DC is going to be really low. Simply by merit of he is a Magus. Now let's try Shielded On. Go to line spell. Fire. Creature that strikes you with a melee attack that deals normal damage, but also takes damage from you for hitting you. He is going to be up front. Things will target him. And then we'll take greater invisibility too. Why not? Good choices. Alright, Jathal. So. Don't have martial weapon proficiency. How about another level of Mystic Theurge? Yeah, she's weird right now. Don't worry about it. So what I really need... Okay, ability to cast 3rd level spells. Okay, so if I get martial weapon proficiency, I'll be able to take Eldritch Knight. And that is what I'm going to be doing with her. So I need to do something about getting martial weapon proficiency this level. Yeah, she's just strong. So, let's just do it. Let's just do it. That way we qualify. Wizard spells. What spell do we want? I thought I had Effortless Armor. Well, I don't see why not. Take it. And for our sorcerer spell, we can get 3rd level spells. Displacement seems like a great choice. Haste is also good, but other people provide haste. Your save DCs aren't going to be high enough for you to use Stinking Cloud or anything like that. So yeah, displacement. And you'll use it on yourself so you don't die in melee. Lindsay! Skill Supreme. The other flavor of Bard. You continue to be good at the skills that I'm not the best at. Yeah, right now you just kind of have a middling smattering of everything. So let's have you be good at World. You will do World today. This is often what my skill points look like when I play as a bard and I have a party. I want to be able to be the person who does the slightly lower roll on everything. I might not be the person who makes the initial roll, but I'm always the person who gets the second try. What do I take with you? Did you take blind fighting yet? No, you didn't. I think that you should have it. Hmm. You know what? I think I want meta magic. I think we want extended spells. We have a rod for this. We have a rod for this. But I think that also could be really useful to just have. And we're going to be getting one of those bard tricks soon. What do we use our last bard trick on? Skill focus. Yeah, because you're the skill character. That's what you do. Right. Okay, that's fine. You're getting better at buffing that kind of thing this level. Yeah, you take meta magic. Extend on buffs can really help. Another 1st level spell. Not really sure what to get with you. You already have all the other stuff. How about remove fear? Yeah, we're really doubling down on the same kind of things as Prometheus. So, I already have Seek Invisibility Communal with Prometheus. I don't need that again. Serenity is fine. I already have Freedom of Movement with Prometheus. Echolocation is personal only. But this does give you blind sight. Which allow you to bypass all the things about everybody's, like, problems. This breaks curses. You know what? Break enchantment would be good for you. Let's go with that. Next up, Kineticist. We're level 11. Is this the good one? Is this the level where I can finally feel like Kineticist is great? Is this the one? Proof critical, that's not what I want. What's this one? Eruption? Yeah, that's pretty good. Pushing infusion? No, that's not what I want. Wait, are you the water one? No, you're the fire one. Entangling infusion. As a wall. Do you not get access to it yet? What do I need? Deadly Earth. Kinesis level 12. Okay, I can't get this until level 13. Alright. Soon. Soon! Not yet. Not yet. We're not there yet. Wall is good. Wall is also really good, but, like, Eruption is very good. I think I prefer Eruption over Wall. Wall is constant, like, damage, and, like, it does synergize really well, but Eruption would be better for me now. I will take Eruption. As for the other feat, well, Deadly Aim doesn't really... Okay, you shoot magma pretty often. Deadly Aim could help with that. It hurts, but damage... But hurts... It's not a big damage increase. We need to hit. Shadow defenses. Can't go wrong with shadow defenses. Sure. Now what about Kineticist 2? Are we going to make pretty much the exact same choices? Probably. Go to Perception. Fury's Fall. You can use your strength again. No. No. Okay. How about Shower Defenses? Yep. Yep, same things. Okay. You don't get Eruption, though. You don't get Eruption, though. I think... Spray. Cone. No, we don't need that. Wall. We take the wall. Alright. And now we have our Arcane Tricksters. Yet another level of Arcane Trickster. We're getting there. We're getting there on this track. What we really want is surprise spells. What we really want is surprise spells. This will do good things. But we need to get there first. More skill points that I know what to do with. Fine. Sure. Do I also get to take Shadow Defenses? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. That's fine. What can I take then? We already have Spell Focus on the things that are important to us. So, I could take Metamagic with you as well. We don't really need it right now. It might be better. Nobody else has shaken it off yet. It might be better if we just... Honestly, she has no health. I feel like she might need toughness. Simply to survive. We get spell specializations. Oh. Right. Okay, you previously liked to use things on Scorching Ray. I still think that's probably going to be the best bet for you. But we'll find out with our spell selection whether we get an upgraded version of that or not. All these spells here were confusing to me. Okay, so this helps you with your problem of trying to find anything that's hidden. You need to be able to hit an enemy in order to sneak attack them. And... Fire Snake. 5th level spells. Oh, this is good. I like the spell. But do we get a ray? If we get a ray, we take that over Fire Snake. Cloud Kill is also fun. No, we're going to take Fire Snake. What I like about Fire Snake is, unlike Fireball, this thing snakes around your allies. It says all creatures in a 50-foot line. That's a lie. It avoids allies. I really like Fire Snake. It's one of my favorite spells. It lets you fire an AoE into an area without having to worry about killing all your teammates. Yeah, she needs toughness. She needs to not die. Okay. Moving on. More Arcane Trickster. Built slightly differently. Oh, I haven't leveled you up for a few levels. Mostly because I'm probably never going to use them. Probably. I might use them once. I might use them once. You know what? I might let Radigan out of the box once. Fire Snake. Ooh, Icy Prison. Affected by spell resistance. He's worried about spell resistance. Is there a spell that I could use to fight that? This is affected by spell resistance. We don't need that. Animal growth is fun, but not necessary. I feel like he's a cloud kill kind of person. And that was the only level he gets. Alright, we've leveled up. We have leveled up. Okay, that took a lot of time, actually. Probably because of my indecisiveness. But we're not done leveling up, that's right! New spells! I barely use the spells I has already. Maybe I'll use the spells slightly more if I... Maybe? Maybe I'll use the spells slightly more? No? No? Yes? No? Okay. That's fine. Okay, so you got those spells. You get another couple of these. Extra backup haste might be nice. No, you'll get another displacement. I don't use it enough. Alright, so you're prepared. Amiri, Ranger. You don't really need a lot of these. Lead blades. Yeah, can't hurt. Can't hurt. Harem. I barely ever use them. Yeah, we'll take Animate Dead. Take more Animate Dead. We have the good restoration here. We have some Flame Strikes. Oh boy, new spells! Harm is a Necromancy spell. Banshee Blast is a Necromancy spell. Sure. Screaming Elven Ghost. Sure. That way I don't have to be in melee. Hellfire Ray. No, okay. What else is Necromancy here? Undeath to Death? Yeah, just blast undead down. That could be fun. Banishment! Dispel Magic Raider is also very strong, though. Oh, that's a choice. No, we can kill Undeath with normal death. We'll go with Greater Dispel Magic. Ah, 6th level spells. Okay, you're spontaneous. You're spontaneous. Spontaneous. Prepared. Okay. How about more Scorching Rays? Like, that's just our bread and butter. Maybe one mirror image. One mirror image. Fireballs. Good. One less. Another Stinking Cloud. I have seen Invisibility Camille now, so she doesn't necessarily need to prepare it. Greater Invisibility's really good. I'll take Acid Pit once. Echolocation to help out with all this Fey nonsense. Alright, that's on Alchemist. Let's toggle it back to Wizard. More Magic Missiles. I really like the Sense Vitals. I think we're good here. Honestly. Let's mix it up. 2 of these and Phantasmal Killer. And mix it up, both of those. Okay, nice. Okay, that's done. Let's go to the square, and let's sell our items. Leveling up and preparing spells takes a very long time. But it is important. It is important. Like, I might potentially use these characters one day. I really want my Kineticists to be 2 levels higher, and then they will have one of the best abilities in the game. They're not there yet. Right now, Ekin Dio will do enough damage that I don't need to worry about them. But I did use Ekin Dio a lot. A lot in the last, like, 30 episodes. So it might be time to have him be put on the bench. He's so good, though. Rangers are great. I love having a ranger in the party. Spellcasters are fine, but, like, especially in a long dungeon like that womb, like, they just run out of steam so quickly. I do have my spellcasters hold back on spells a lot too, because, like, the marshals can handle this. The marshals can handle this.
In due time.
Yeah, how's Prometheus doing on his, Yep, we're still just on the line. We're about to tip back over to neutral good. I think I'd be okay with that. Destiny Quill is still here, that's good. But we're going to talk to Hasuf. And we are going to sell all this junk. We have so much junk now. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. Don't need a dog slicer. Don't need the glaive anymore. I don't know why I was keeping it as long as I did. Don't need the cold iron dagger much anymore. No, I'll keep it. Every time I fight Faye, I'm like, no. Cold iron longsword as a secondary weapon. Flame bastard sword, keep that, because, like, she is good at that kind of thing in case I ever want her to be using, okay, frost composite longbow. That might be good. Keep that. Sell that. Keen scimitar. That could be good. Keep that. Shock greatsword. Sell that. Sickle. Sell that. Arrow splitter. We don't use that stock. Sell that. Extinguisher. Will-o-wisps. Longshank bane. Nobody uses it. Sell that. Decapitator. Falcata. Nobody uses that. Demolisher heavy pick. That's good for fighting constructs. I worry about them every day of my life. Keep the spare kukri. Sell the chaos shard. It's time. That is a falchion. Sell that. And that is a light pick. We sell that. Okay, as for armor, I did not put those inside my... Okay, we sell the banded mail. I think that might be better than what I'm using on Jathal. Get rid of the rings of protection +1. Get rid of the belts of dexterity. Keep the strength belts in case I need to go overland traveling. Sell one of my bracers of armor. Get rid of these normal rings. Get rid of the Paragon of Winter. Don't need that. And it's really hard for me to let go of all this other stuff. We offer up all of our other junk. We have made money today. Look at all that money. And I didn't even sell everything. I'm still carrying way too much junk. Ah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
That is not far.
I did practically nothing today. But this was still a productive use of time. My barony is working. Things are moving. Business is booming. I still don't think there's anything that we can tell the Sweet Teeth to do, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I can head back to the world map, but who am I going to take with me? Alright, let's put Knock Knock away. Who do I want to take with me? I'll take Tristan with me. I'll put you away. I'll take you out. Do I want to take Jathal? She heals weird. Put Jubilos away, bring Octavia out. And let's bring Ragongar out. Let's bring people I've not really used a lot. You know what? Let's put Valerie away. Let's bring Amiri out. Let's bring these people. Let's bring people I don't really use a lot. I used her there a lot in the very beginning. You know what? Yeah. She's hard to heal. I'll deal with it. Let's bring a whole bunch of people I barely ever use, and we'll use that next time we go out. I'm going to sort my items. I'm going to move it around. I'm going to try and optimize them so that they're equipped and ready to go. And I'll see you on the world map next time. Thank you all so much for walking this path with me. And maybe I'll see you along the path later again. Later, Pathfinders.